He's in for his 20th over now. Nathan Nicholls bowling an endless spell, it seems, as he is the only one that seems even half worth getting a wicket at the moment. He has 5 of them as another defensive shot is forced by the batsman. Hopes is on 20, Cutting also 20. And the Queensland Bulls are 213 for 6 as Hopes is defensive again. And Nicholls' bowling here has been simply fantastic. 5 for 16 he's got. As Hopes drives down the ground, and there's a fieldsman out there waiting for that one. And a single is taken. What's he got up his sleeve? He needs really to be the only one to take wickets if they're going to win here.
Nice bowling.
That's the general indication that the team has given him. 20 overs, more than anyone else in the side. Is Cutting now is defending.
Nice bowling.
This is really quite sad that they're depending on the young 16-year-old quite so much here. As Cutting plays out the over, and it'll come to an end. Just one off it. Unbelievable batting here. Nicholls has just been doing all the hard work. Makes you wonder what the tactic is within the team for Payne. Hilfenhaus has struck well. Isn't that ironic? After we go on about Nicholls being the only dependent one to get wickets, Hilfenhaus gets the 7th, and we are back on the ball here. 7 for 217. Tasmania looking like they could close this one out quickly if they can. Boyce is in. That means that Cutting is the man who's been dismissed. The crowd is really getting into this one here as Nicholls lobs one up. And Boyce defends out to the offside. What's he got? Can he deliver the 8th wicket for Tasmania as defending Boyce? Once again, 4 balls, no runs. In comes Nicholls, and he slugs that one. Mid-on is in place for that and fields it easily. 5 balls, Nicholls in again, and he drives on the offside, and mid-off is waiting. Another over comes to a close. 5 for 18 Nicholls has. Boyce negotiates that over quite nicely. As it comes to a close, Nicholls not really looking anywhere like getting a wicket in that over. So a few overs break here for Nicholls. He's been gone for a good 15 or so overs. Since then, another wicket has fallen. And it brings him back in. 242 for 8. The Queensland Bulls have a lead of 22 runs with Nicholls back at the bowling crease. Hilfenhaus has been the chief destroyer. Boyce is there with Fieldman. And that means that Hopes is the one who has departed. Which is good news here for Tasmania as they want to restrict this lead to as much as possible. And it looks like that new ball is out there as well. That is why we've probably seen there Nicholls for a few overs. The new ball was ready. That's 80 overs. So that will be exactly why. A nice shiny cherry here for the wrist spinner. Not very often you say that. Nicholls in again and sweeping gets it fine past the short fielder. No run taken. Made an over so far and last ball of it. And again it's swept and again it's good fielding. They run but they don't even look like getting it. Turned down very quickly from Boyce who's on 14 off 44. An interesting over again from Nicholls. Didn't really look too troubling to the batsman as he got through another maiden. Nicholls in again, 83rd over. It's edged and gone! Big thick edge and Payne has picked that up. Wide outside off, gave him some width and he's easily collected the edge. Just could not contain himself for going after all that width. Payne gets the wicket and Boyce has gone. A very, very patient innings. 15 of 51 balls. But this is better from Nicholls. Tipped the batsman into a big shot and a tail ender like this. Wow, thick outside edge. Beautiful reactions from Payne. And he has the wickets. New batsman in, Michael Neser. Last wicket now, 9 for 244. The lead is 24. Nichols in again, and he cover drives nicely, beautifully down the ground, went very straight. And well, he'll be very pleased to get Fieldman back on strike. But this is genuinely number 10 and 11. As in comes Nichols, and forward defending is Fieldman. He's got the wicket he wanted, Nichols. Boy, oh boy, that will please him and his team very much. 6 for 19 is driving on drive. Pulling it down there. Fieldman, no run. And comes Nichols again. Fieldman's forward, driving over the head. And what a piece of fielding! Unbelievable catch there. Thankfully for the batsman, it had bounced. What a diving effort over the head of the umpire. As Nichols is in again, and he fields this one himself and ends the over. A wicket and a run. A good one. 9 for 245. Queensland. The over comes to a close. Well, the wide one's the one that got the wicket. We'll see it here when it turns around. There it was. Probably the blue one. So does Jackson Bird, who was accompanying Nichols now. He's just come on at the other end. And oh, that was a very good ball. Nichols goes just throwing himself across the face of the umpire. Have another look at this. It was a good ball. It was short and it kind of just sat up there looking straight at the stumps. Nichols, wow. Athleticism plus right there. Fieldman's on 8. Nisa's on 8 as well. As again down the ground he comes, and Nichols fires it back at the keeper. Third ball of the over. 6 for 19. Oh, throw everything when Nichols. Forward defending, just far too late on the ball. Fieldman, 8 off 24 he is. So he looks to sweep and gets it relatively straight as well. And around there's deep mid-wicket coming in to field the ball. And a good throw too. Right on the stumps. If there's ever a worry of a run out, these guys have got it covered. Here's Nichols again, wide outside off and hit straight into cover. 6 for 20 Nichols, last ball of his over. Very wide one. Batsman shuffles across to try and get something on it as it goes wide, but straight to the covers again. No run, and another over complete from Nathan Nichols. There's a slow ball finally coming through. Like it. Look at that, all outside off, all tempting the batsman. And Jackson Bird has ended up being the one who has cleaned up the tail. He's got Fieldman for 9 to complete the innings. So let's have a wrap up of the Queensland Bulls. They have got through to 254 all out, which gives them a lead of about 34 if my memory serves me correctly. Notable innings there. Redden at the top on 76. He was the Lone Ranger. But apart from that, Lynn the 37, a 28 from Hopes, 21 from Cutting. Not too much support for Redden there, but a decent total from that first innings. As for the bowlers, Nichols, the man to go to there. 6 for 20 off 24 overs. Hilfenhaus was the only one to get into the 20s. He got 2 for 74. Doherty, 1 for 51 off 16. Rainbow, none for 22 off 10. Why is he even bowling? It's a waste. Well, get a batsman in there who can bowl a little. 10 overs isn't much to cover. And Jackson Bird at the bottom got the final wicket, 1 for 87 of 15.4 overs. That means Tasmania will be back into bat, and we'll see Nichols when he comes out to bat to see how far the Tasmanian side has got. Hopefully not a complete crumble like we seen in the first innings. So the fall of that wicket it is Nathan Nichols who comes out to the crease. Average of 11 before today's match, but he has just witnessed a very, very good partnership. And now he comes to the crease. The score very good as he's forward defending the shorter ball from Fieldman. 262 for 5. We'll have a look at the top scorers before, but you can see Silk is there on 142 as Nichols cuts nicely away, and they'll scamper through for a single. Silk has to run and dive. A very good knock here from Silk. Also, Tim Payne was at the other end. He got a very good score over 50. To give them this beautiful lead at the moment. 263 they are on as Silk gets his big one smashed down the ground. 2 bouncers for 4. Take that, Fieldman. He's on 146. What an absolute brutal, bludgeon shot from Silk. This is the first time he has batted with Nicholls. Normally it's Payne, the one who's in together, but that was a brutal shot. That was beautiful. The lead is 233. Silk is 146 off 223. He's facing again and he goes short, and Silk just puts the bat out to dry and dampens that one down onto the pitch. Fieldman's choosing now to go around the wicket. He comes in, and a beautiful on drive. It's get past mid-on. Nice work, and mid-on has to chase it. They'll come back for the second. Nicholls will have to scamper, but it's Silk who's the one running to the danger end, and there's no danger whatsoever. 2 runs taken. That puts Silk on 148. He is on the verge of a massive milestone. Very short bowling in that over, except for that last ball, which is aimed right in at middle and leg. Lead 235. Hopes into bowl now. And he's gone short. And he's hit it straight back and he's dropped it again. Well, we've seen this from Nicholls in the first innings. He could not handle the variation of this bowler. Hopes was short of one and he just jabs at it as if to say, I don't know what else to do. 269 for 5. Nicholls is on strike. Again, it's another shot. He's hits it onto the stumps and he's gone. Nicholls departs for 1 off 4. He's been bowled by Hopes. What on earth was he thinking? This is an abysmal shot. Just trying to invent something. Yeah, went for the cut. Bottom edge, straight onto the stumps. It was off the glove, even worse. Nicholls is gone. And a real chance for him to capitalise on a great start with Tasmania comes to an end. Xavier Doherty comes to the crease. And how well they can go on from here. So Tasmania's innings did not take long to come to a close at all. It was a horrid start. They were 3 for 32, 4 for 81 before it was Tim Payne and Silk who come to the crease together to put on a massive, massive partnership of about 180 runs. Silk went on to get 158. It was Payne who got 75, but then it was a big crumble from the tail below that. Nicholls, abysmal, 1. Doherty stayed there a long time for a 6. Hilfenhaus got 5. Rainbird 2 and Bird 1. A dismal display. Doolan 4. Cowan the Duck and Cosgrove at the top got 13. Not the best display at all from the batsmen, but it was just 2 of them that come together for a sensational partnership that really has put them in a fantastic chance of this match. They have got down to 294 for 10. It's a shame that someone couldn't have got them up into the 300s, but good bowling. Hopes he has absolutely Nicholls in a world of trouble there. 3 for 63. He got 2 for 68 for Cutting, 1 for 55 for Boyce, the chief destroyer in the first innings, and Fieldman 3 for 64, wrapping up the wicket takers. So back to the bowling crease again. Nicholls, well, he's just not a batsman, is he, at this stage of his career? He is struggling to get the runs away. 8 overs into the match, and we have our first look here at Nathan Nicholls as the sun is setting into the sky. Interestingly enough, that could be a chance. Straight off the whistle! Just falling short. Wow. Kawaja just about seeing the end to his innings right then. First ball of Nicholls' spell, it's 2 for 32. He's on 18 and it just fell short, and again he's gone for this, another chance. It just falls short and they turn around. Wow, what is happening out there? Nicholls is being spanked twice to the same fieldsman. Just about 2 wickets. Does he want another go? No, he drives down the ground very powerfully, and this time he'll get the single. Nicholls concedes his first run of the match. Kawaja moves on to 19. Well, what a start there. Who thought that? Here's Nicholls again, and it's swept and straight into the close fielder. 14 at the moment. Lynn off 28. Kawaja 19. Hilfenhaus has 2 wickets. And straight through Lynn. 2:28 to win. That's the situation here.
Wait on.
As Lynn goes back to defensive mode and the over comes to a close. 1 run off it. And Nichols, well, could have had 2 wickets to start off with his first over. Doherty has been brought on to accompany his spinning partner. As here is Nichols and forward defending. No run off that ball. 218 to win. What can Tasmania do? Ooh, that was wide. He took a wild cut shot at it. Got no reward though, as it's through to the keeper. None for 1, Nichols at the moment. Oh, strikes that hard into the fieldsman. Lynn is on 17, Khawaja 26. As a short one comes in there, hits the pads. Oh, the appeal does go up. I think that might have been wide outside off and probably a bit too high as well. But not a bad shout at all. That'll keep Lynn awake. Next one's in and he's defending off the back foot. Well, this seems to be the way to go for Nichols at the moment. Things a bit shorter and forcing the batsman to play as it's driven down the ground in mid-on fields. And a maiden over for Nichols in his second over of the match. Good over of variation here. But some must be wondering he needs to work on his bowling if he's going to bat this high up the order as he has been today. 2 for 47. And it's 2:14 to win as Nichols comes in again. They'd love another wicket right about now. Tasmania, they need a wicket. 12 overs in. They'll be happy they got 2, but you just really have to push the envelope here. Here comes Nichols again, and forward Lynn defends. He's 20 off 41. He's really packing this one in. 2:14 to win. Nichols. And again, a forward defending. Bat and pad to give it. Dot ball. 20 for Lynn. Nichols, and again, none for 1. Wild cover drive from Lynn. Just a whisker away from the stumps. Nichols, he'll be very happy about that as another one is just shaved off stump. Unbelievable stuff here from Nichols. He has Lynn in a tangle. Comes in again. This one's gone far too far the other way, and he's all driven straight between the 2 fieldsmen, but it all comes deep mid-wicket. And will scrape that one away from the boundary rope. They get some runs off the end there, but Lynn should be collecting his thoughts after that over because, wow, look at a lot of these balls. We're just skimming past off stump. A good over from Nichols. Doherty's having no luck. Nichols is having no luck. Queensland are consolidating as it's beautifully hit down. Through past mid-on and long on waits down there in fields. No run taken, surprisingly. Khawaja, who took Nichols' liking in his first 2 balls, just about got himself dismissed as he pads up for the first delivery. He faces off Nichols this over and he cracks the next one down the ground mid-on. Would have had that down his throat, but long on has to field it. Still no run taken. 2:07 to win. 4th ball of this over from Nichols. And forward defending. Nichols has been unsuccessful so far as he pulls in a short one and Khawaja defends. They're going to have to try something here. These 2 will just battle day if they have to. Big goodness me. Straight through him like a hot knife through butter. As the old saying goes, straight up. Oh, glorious delivery. Could have been a wicket, but he'll take the maiden instead. 198 required. Nichols in again. And forward defending once again is Lynn. So they've got no interest whatsoever about facing up to Nichols here. Taking 6 in the first innings, and he's pushed that one out to the offside, and mid-off nearly in the action. He's forcing the batsmen to play their hands here, is Nichols. As another one's cracked down into the covers, and so close to the fieldsman. He's really tempting them with these short balls here, Nichols. Another one comes in, and that one was aiming straight onto middle. Fifth ball of the over. Nichols comes in again. Another short one, and he's trying to flick it around the corner, and it's hit a pad, and it's gone up into the arm guard. Oh, it's all happening here for Nichols. Last ball of his over. Floats it up. This one. Oh, beautifully hit fine. What a leg glance, and they still don't take a run. Beautifully fielded around from fine leg. And Nichols' over comes to a close. That was one of immense interest, I feel. There was a lot happening there. And Lynn once again was in a world of trouble. It's got to make you wonder here. Doherty at the other end is not working. They need some change in the bowling crease. Nichols is troubling Lynn. But Doherty is getting nowhere at the other end. Kawaj is on 36. He's taking his liking to Doherty. As Nichols is taking a liking to getting angry. 36 for Kawaja, who's a good batsman. As he smashes that one off the back foot. Big shot over the top of mid-off. And will race all the way to the boundary for 4. Back foot drive, smashing it straight over, down to the long off boundary. Look at this beautiful stuff. There was no chance of anyone catching that ball. 1-2 bounces into the ropes and into the fence for 4. Kawaja moves to 40. Nichols is in trouble as he does it again. This one's a bit straighter and not quite as powerful. It'll be pulled in by the fieldsman just short of the ropes. And they will pull in a couple of runs, maybe just even one, I think. No, there was definitely 2 runs there. 6 off the last couple of balls. Here's Nichols again. The question is, how can he reply to this? He won't be happy with how this has gone at all. That's his 5th ball gone. The dot ball. He comes in again. It's short and he's just driven straight down the ground. And the over comes to a subdued end. 6 off it. Kawaj has taken a liking to the dual spinning options of Nichols and Doherty. And he's cleaning up some special runs here. And a special knock could be for Queensland. And that'll be the close of play as well. Queensland will come off after that Nichols over. How do we sit after this? It's not much of a chance here for Tasmania to pull this game together at all. We'll have a quick look at the wrap-up. Kawaja 42, Lynn 28 not out. The 2 scorers, the 2 highest scorers of the second innings. Hilfenhaus 2 for 17, and they are 2 for 70 as we reach the end of the second session of day 3. And that will be me for today. Thank you all for tuning in and watching this 4-day match between Tasmania and Queensland. It looks like the Queenslanders are in the box seat for this one. And I'll see you all next time for plenty more Don Bradman Cricket as we watch the fortunes of Nathan Nichols. Until then, take care.